sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports?
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, this defense for the Commanders is terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. The Seahawks at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Back to Walker on first down. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. You talk about this Washington defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into Week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
2nd and 6.
Here we go, set. 19 line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Look, and got his man complete. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 62 yards
from the 10, first and goal. Samuel in motion. Now Daniel's going to give it up on the touch pass.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. Third and goal. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's the option.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
2nd and 10.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he fends him off. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Panther 60, Panther 60, Dragon 60. Let go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And taken right at the 35.
Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Yeah, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. On 4th down, here's Daniels.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Here's Walker to start the drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 2.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Second and a couple. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. We're scoreless after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Man in motion left. That's Smith and Jigba. Out of the gun, Walker with it.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down. Just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd down and 3. Option play, and they'll give to Walker.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Walker.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here.
79 Bronco. Hot go.
And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert.
And the Commanders come through with a fourth down stand.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around.
To throw is Daniels.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
To the air goes Daniels.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Play action. Now it's Daniels.
And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Off the play fake, Daniels.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Stiff-armed him. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Now Daniels.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now the extra point.
And the kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here we go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Buffalo 18.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
19 right. Mustang 19. Come 19. Come 19.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That is taken in by the tight end Fant.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
19. 19. Come on.
In motion goes the tight end. Back to throw again.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half.
Okay, ready?
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Let's go now. Go.
They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. Walker with a grab, left side. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
A desperation heave for the end zone.
And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. Fighting through pressure. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks. But can't convert.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Right back to him on 1st down.
Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
They go play action. Daniels.
Incomplete.
No receivers open, so he was forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Here's Daniels.
Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go, sack.
He'll drop to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.